In the last video, we have discussed for loop, right? Like that, which we did in the for loop, we can do same thing in the while loop. That means we can do the same thing again and again. If you want to repeat same thing, then you can use while loop or for loop or do while loop, right? So when it comes to while loop is used to execute a set of statement repeatedly until the specified condition returns false. So we are going to execute some condition repeatedly until this certain condition return false. Here you can see we have while loop keyword. This is the keyword. Then after you are passing condition. If this condition is true, then after it will execute all these statement. After that, again it is coming to here. If condition is true, it will execute this line. Whenever this condition became false, on that time it is going to stop loop. And also inside this statement we are passing our increment or decrement operator, right? So we are going to place our increment or decrement operator inside this statement as a statement. And initialization, that means variable initialization or condition, will be do somewhere here, right? So we'll do one example. So when it comes to while loop condition evaluate first. It will evaluate condition first. If it returns true, the statement inside while loop execute. So we are going to do this one, right? For example, think we have for loop and while loop. We are using for loop most of time when we know how many times we are going to execute. But we are going to use while loop when we don't know how many times we are going to execute. For example, until user say no or stop, we are going to execute our loop. On that time we can use while loop. But if you know you are going to take 50 input or 100 output, on that time you can use for loop. You can use while loop also, no issue, right? Right, now think we have a program. I'm going to print a numbers from 0 to 10. Initial integer I is equal to 0. Then I'm going to add a while loop until I less than equal to 10. Then after system.out.println I is equal to, I'm going to print I value. That means to print from 0 to 10. But here something is missing. Which one is missing? You have to place increment or decrement operator inside while loop. Otherwise this will be infinite loop. If I compile this one, this will be a infinite loop. So we need to prevent this one, right? You can see I is printing infinitely. So because of that, here I need to make this condition false whenever I became 10. So we can increment I plus plus. Now it will print from 0 to 10 without any issue. I will be equal to 0, then after I will be equal to 10. It will increment 1 by 1. So we can achieve same thing using while for loop also. Right, I'm going to print another example. This time we will take an array, integer array. We have numbers. I'm going to add 5 numbers, 5 random numbers. Then after we will print these values. While for that also I need the variable. I'm going to take integer j is equal to 0. J less than how many elements in the array? 5 elements, right? J less than 5. We are going to print these values. System.out.println array value. So value will be ARR, then after index. Again we need to increase this I value, I plus plus. Then after it will go through all the array element. If I compile this one, you can see. Okay, so we got error, array out of bound, etc. Okay, let's see array length 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So we are starting from 0. That means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 is enough, right? I'm going to add 4 here, right? Okay, so we are getting error. Let's see. So in the main method, outer bound for length 5. Now our length is 4, right? Let's compile. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 element. That means j is 6. Right. So I haven't increased j value, right? Now it is fine. J less than equal to. Yeah, I have increment I value in the previous time. Now it will be fine. It will print. So we have to print 0, 1, 2, 3, and also here also I need to add j. Okay, my mistake, right? So here j, again here also j plus plus, because I have used letter as a j. Now it will print 3, 6, 8, 4, 1, all the array values. Okay, so we'll do one example for this one. Okay, so in this program I'm going to take use input, then after whenever use enter no, on that time I'm going to stop loop. Otherwise I'm going to print whichever value user going to print. For that we are using input. Because of that we are using import java.util.scanner library. Then after I'm going to create scanner class object. Scanner sc is equal to new scanner system.in for the input. Now you can use any data instead of this fc, right? This is object name. You can use any data, but this scan is a class which available use input library. Right, I'm going to create another variable which is string word. Initially this will be empty. Now we will try to while loop. While word dot equals, if this is not equal to no, right, I'm going to place not get. Whenever this word is equal to no, on that time it will stop this loop, right? Now we are checking whether this word is equal to no. It will return which value? False, right? Because it is not equal to no. Because of that it is written false. That means opposite of false will be true. That means while loop is true, it will execute this line. I am going to ask system.out.println where you from. Then we'll place no to stop, right? If you want to stop, then you can print no. Now I'm going to take use input for the word. Word is equal to sc.next line. In Java we use next line for the string. Then for example sc.next int will be integer. Then after sc.next double will be double. Like that, float byte you can take use input, right? Okay, so then after we'll print country system.out.println you came from. We'll print the country, that means word. Right, now I'm going to run this program. When I run this program, it will ask where I am from. I'm going to enter Sri Lanka. Again it is asking, I'm going to enter USA. Now I am going to enter no. On that time you can see our loop stopped, right? So like that, when you don't know how many times your loop is going to execute, on that time you can use while loop. Here to check string we are using our initial word dot equals command to check. You can't use double equal, that means assignment sign in Java to check string, right? It's not going to work. Okay, so if you have any question regarding while loop, you can comment down. In the next video we are going to discuss do while loop.